Drew Sports presents AFC Prop Bets. Happy Labor Day, everyone. The NFL season is about to start this upcoming weekend. I'm going to be all NFL all week. I'm going to be coming out with YouTube videos all week long, every day, through the weekend. Please check me out. Like and subscribe, follow me. If you've been following me the last couple weeks, you know I've been making you some dough on college football. Or actually, wait, just giving you some advice on to win in college football is what I meant to say. So anyway, we got prop bets for the AFC. I got 2 for every division. Let's get to it. So, as you know, I'm just handing out winners here. So you guys just follow my coattails, and everything's going to be A-okay, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's start the AFC East. I got 2 good bets in the AFC East. The first one is the Patriots to make the playoffs, plus 120. You're getting plus odds right now on the Patriots making the playoffs. You really think that the evil empire and Bill Belichick is going to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row when there's 7 teams in the AFC? I know we got return of the Mac, or Mac Jones, whatever you want to call him. He is the new quarterback. I know he's a rookie. I know he hasn't played in the NFL down. He's looked pretty darn good in the preseason. The Pats can block, boom, boom. They can run the football. They have an outstanding defense. Outstanding front 7, great secondary. I know that stuff. Gilmore's a little banged up. Don't worry about it. All you need to do is have the Patriots finish in the top 7 teams in the AFC. The AFC is not as deep as you think. The Patriots, plus 120 to make the playoffs. Get paid, baby, winning. Second, Buffalo Bills are going to be pretty darn good at football this season. And because they're going to be pretty darn good at football, guess what they're going to be doing more of than they did last year? And I know everybody's like, wait a minute, the Bills threw the ball 26 times in the first half against the Packers in the 3rd preseason game. You don't know what you're talking about, Drew. Yes, I do. The Buffalo Bills are going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year, which means they're going to have a lot of leads, which means Josh Allen's not going to be throwing the ball as much. He's going to be running the ball a lot more. So you hedge your bet. Josh Allen under 34.5 touchdown passes with Zach Moss over 600 rushing yards. I actually think Zach Moss is an automatic winner, but I also like Josh Allen to throw under 34.5 touchdown passes. You can see the Bills just punching it in with Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, or even Josh Allen himself at the goal line. Don't worry, Josh Allen will still have a phenomenal season. Last year was not a fluke for those saying it's a fluke. The guy is the real deal. He just got paid $258 million. That proves that he is the real deal. But I like this bet. That means that Allen can throw 2 touchdowns a game and still not be over his over-under touchdowns. 34.5 is a lot, even for a 17-game season. The Bills might not have anything to play for anyways, week 17, so he might only play 16 games this season. So I think this is a winner, plus 240, phenomenal odds. I think Zach Moss, even at minus 120 to get over 600.5 yards. But if you want to hedge your bet a little bit, go with Josh Allen. You're saying the Bills are going to run the ball a little more, throw the ball a little less. Winning. Just winning, baby. Hey, and don't worry about my ESO, I know. I just want our paper to be really, really big. Anyways, we're to the AFC North. This is pretty much I'm buying the Ravens, I'm selling the Steelers stock. So this is very simple. You can hedge them both, but just take them individually. The Ravens, 11. There's a reason why. I know that J.K. Dobbins got hurt, and everybody's like, oh no, Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman are working out with the team. The Ravens, they're not going to be able to run the ball like they have had the last couple of years. Oh, shut your mouth. Believe it or not, I think the Ravens on the offense could be better than ever this year with Gus the Bus. And, of course, Lamar Jackson. With Gus the Bus, Gus Edwards. Anyways, the Ravens, think about their defense. Think about them extending big leads. If you watch read my podcast, The Drew Rating, which is kind of a combination of a whole bunch of important football stats, the Ravens were the #1 team in the NFL last season. Even though they went 11-5, they lost a lot of stupid games last year. They lost a game in a monsoon at New England. They lost a game where they outgained the Steelers like 2.5 to 1 last year. Anyways, we're not going to talk about last year. Talk about this year. And I actually think the Ravens, even with J.K. Dobbins out, are going to be even better this year than they were last year. 11 wins. I think it's an easy, at least a push, probably going over. Ravens over 11 wins, minus 105. Great odds there. You're pretty much getting paid even money. Chalk it up. And then the Steelers to finish. I am hedging them. I know 8.5 is low, but their over-under has been dropping for a reason. It's because Ben Roethlisberger didn't look so good last year. A lot of losses on defense. The offensive line looks shaky. Can they run the football? I know that they drafted Najee Harris. I think he'll be fine, but I am not buying the Steelers this year. They have a brutal schedule. They have to play the Steelers. They have to play the Chiefs. They have an absolutely just brutal schedule. Oh yeah, and they also have to play the Seahawks as their 17th game. That's going to be fun, right? Seeing Russell Wilson throw the ball around the yard on them. Take the Steelers under 8.5 wins. Minus 125. You can tell by the big. I don't care. Bet whatever. Bet your Monopoly money. Remember, this is just an advice site. Anyways, no real money here, just Monopoly money, right? Anyways, Ravens over 11. Steelers under 8.5. Chalk it up, baby. And yes, the Cleveland Browns are my ultimate stay away from everything this season. So we're not even going to talk about them. Anyways, let's go to the AFC South. The South. This is the same thing as the AFC North. I'm hedging my bet on the team I love and the team I do not love. I'm taking the Colts. I know Carson Wentz. There's a lot of drama around Carson Wentz. I believe that Carson Wentz will be fine this season. The Colts have a phenomenal roster, a great defense, a great offensive line, an outstanding young running back in Jonathan Taylor. Take the Colts to win a very bad division at plus 160. Those are incredible odds, and they're probably going to shrink, as the season goes along. I actually think this could be some. Wait till week 5. They might start 2-3. Their schedule's a little tough, and then they have the easiest schedule after week 5. So actually, if you want to wait a few weeks, fine. But go ahead and grab them at plus 160 now. Who knows? Maybe they beat the Seahawks week 1, and then it shrinks. Because I actually think that game is a coin flip. And then the Titans to miss the playoffs at plus 135. Not buying the defense. There's just, they lost their offensive coordinator. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, honestly, with the Titans last season, and I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying the Titans this year. Don't like the defense. They were 29th in the league last year. I could actually see them being worse. They could be the worst defense in football this season. Probably not because the Houston Texans are in their own division, and the Texans are going to be pretty bad. But the Texans bets are so darn low. We all know they're going to stink. That honestly, you can bet on the Texans if you want under 4 wins. But these are the two I like the most in this division. A side bet, I guess, Texans under 4 wins. I bet you the Texans push. Say the Texans win 4 games. Anyways, like that. I'm just handing out winners. That's 6 winners right there for you. And then the AFC West, the last one. So the Chiefs, Super Bowl hangover. Oh my gosh, we got our butts kicked. We couldn't block. Oh yeah, they've retooled the entire offensive line. Do you really think the Chiefs... Honestly, the over 12 wins is a good one, too, because, come on, they're going to win minimum 12 games. But you know what? I like the best regular season record in all of football, plus 350. They're going to be just like last year, if not better. I think 14-3, 15-2 is a pretty safe bet, even with a tough division. But I just do not see. They play the AFC East and the AFC North. And if you've read my preview on TrueSports.com, I do not believe in the AFC North. I think that division is vastly overrated this season. And I actually think the AFC West is a much better division. I think actually it's going to be the most fun division in football, even though the Raiders are probably not going to be very good. The Raiders will still be fun to watch. They'll put up points. Derek Carr does not stink. Back off Derek Carr. I'm not just saying that Vegas strong because I live in Vegas. I did pick the Raiders to finish in last place in this division, by the way. But there's just not much Raider love or hate. Their over-under is already pretty low. Probably stay away from everything Raiders, to be honest with you. But Chiefs' best regular season record, plus 350? Really? Hop on it. As long as Mahomes is healthy, I think that's pretty darn close to lock. I don't know. Baltimore, Buffalo, and Tampa are really the only threats to that, in my opinion. And Tampa, I can see Tampa. They won the Super Bowl. I can see them being complacent, losing a few stupid games this year, to be honest with you. And then this is my kind of biggest long shot that I really like.